Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Darth mod. Hopefully now actually using Bran Macborn's submod settings, as we kind of realized that we weren't actually using them, or it was pointed out to me and I kind of realized it after actually going through what I've gone through so far in the campaign. I kind of realized, you know what? We're not properly running these submod features, and one of the keys into that discovery is the fact that the road to Constantinople lies open. So clearly the AI is not really building that many troops. I mean, all of the Ottoman-controlled side of Europe is more or less undefended. Not to say that we haven't had some difficulty fighting our way to the point here, but hopefully now it should actually kick into gear. Anyways, we're still gonna march on them, I think. So we're gonna march on Sophia to start off with, and yeah, Dolka. And as of last episode, Dolka has pacified the Crimean region. Let's just hope Putin doesn't come and take it from us. There's also some other few things that I thought that are possibly concerns surrounding the difficulty, because you don't choose difficulty, I believe, with the 40 unit saves. You just enable it from the start, and then you load a save, so you don't get to start the campaign choosing difficulty settings. So I am thinking that it possibly could be a lower setting. I had to bump up the difficulty a bit. Just going over some stats. One thing that I have finally been able to do is I've kicked out all the mothballs, all the rackadoos of people that were very useless out of the government. So now we've got pretty competent people here rather than the bastards and filibusters that were there before. That was actually mostly just contributing to the middle class, or the lower classes, the poor classes, being unhappy with just their flagrant corruption and you know, their own, using their position of power for their own vanity gains and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see here. Maybe maybe what I should do. No, let's capture some of the Ottoman territory before they kind of realize. I think if we go into battle and we notice, the thing that we're gonna note specifically that this is working is, I believe, the volley fire. In the mod settings of Bran Macborn, it's either supposed to be always the fire by rank, or volley fire, so everyone fires and not just the first rank. So I think that was the key to when people kind of told me that, you know, probably that mod was not installed correctly. I have reinstalled it, and yeah, hopefully it should be working. With that said, let's go ahead and turn and make our way to Sophia. We'll probably not fight the garrison there, but hopefully they'll be spawning tons of Ottoman units. I don't know where the Ottoman units are. The thing is, like, all of their European holdings seems to be ungarrisoned, besides the troop they actually send towards me, which I slaughtered. But if you actually go over and you go into negotiations, their power is terrifying, while mine is strong, and then wealth is spectacular. They should really add to these, because after a while everyone's basically spectacular. So they should be like more levels to this, because it doesn't really tell you that much when everyone's kind of terrifying and spectacular. Right. Oh, wait. Can I trade with even more people now? Because of my port being repaired in Crimea. Let's trade with some major nations, like Spain, for instance. And the Dutch. I don't think the Dutch normally is a major nation. I think they've been moved over here. Same with the 13 colonies. I don't think normally is counted as a major nation. Or maybe they are. I'm just maybe thinking of Napoleon. And we can even have even more trade. How about in the Italian states then? So now we get the... Oh, even more? Genoa? And then we're out of trade. So now we're trading all over the place. A lot of the new trade routes, though, go through the Black Sea, which all the Ottomans kind of obviously control. So I mean, in actual fact, we wouldn't really be able to do this trade. Damn, look at the income. That's spiked. Right, anyways, let's go ahead and turn and then march on Sophia. Right, and we're back after the end turn, and it looks like one of our allies declares war. So, I think 2 turns ago I managed to sign a alliance with Austria. Now Austria brings in Russia, Württemberg, me, and Venice against France and their American holdings and an Indian tribe. And I think we want to keep on the good side of Austria, so we're gonna enter, even though I doubt we'll send troops against France. Also, I should say, during the end turn here, that it took so long when it was the Ottoman Empire's turn to move their forces around, and I almost thought the game was gonna crash. Also, another important geopolitical change that has happened is that Sweden took the main part of Denmark and they sold Greenland to Donald Trump. No, what Sweden did is they marched up there. So my hopes of setting this army down against the Ottomans is not going to come to pass. We're going to have to keep a force here because the Swedes are on the march. They can't pass over because there's this little land piece here that's being held by Hanover, so we're gonna try to keep a good relationship with Hanover, just so that Sweden is not allowed to pass there. And luckily right now, even though Denmark has lost its main area, they still have quite a powerful navy, or powerful enough to block Sweden's navy. So they're not really going anywhere, and seeing as Sweden is taking bigger control of the Baltic Sea, I decided that it was probably time to recruit some ships to protect our long coastline that we have here. Right now I don't see the Swedes marching down here yet. We have our Russian allies posted right next to the farm of Dugava. I said it like Dugava. I said it very sort of American, not trying at all to pronounce it as you would do in Poland. I don't know why I started speaking like that, but that's none of your business, right? There is quite a force of Swedish troops running around up there, so we're gonna keep an eye on that as well. I do have a garrison. We might add some extra troops. I think the mod thing might very well be working, because I don't remember making that much money before. I think that was added on, so I think it's kinda safe to assume. I still want to go into battle to check it, but I think the brand submod is actually working, because it more or less doubled what I was making. I think before we were making 9,000 or something like that, and now we're making over 9,000. Gonna send this force over there. They were chasing down some retreating troops. Dolka will continue forwards. We're gonna run into an Ottoman army there. The pikemen gonna march up. Wait, that's the 7th pikeman I can recruit. My limit has been increased, it seems. I thought I only could have 6. Now I can have 8. Could that be due to the submod being added? I wonder. We'll see. Right. The Ottoman capital, though, is still not being protected. And same with both Sarajevo and Belgrade, not protected either. So there's a big gain to be had there. And as far as I can see, there are no Ottoman forces here besides this one. They have produced another organ gun, which someone asked on the one of the previous episodes when we fought the organ gun if those were real. And I don't think this exact version of the organ gun is actually a real thing, but organ guns in general were a real thing. Would have been a little bit outdated though, I think, but then again it is the Ottomans, and I think it would have been more useful to say use in maybe as a close wall support or something like that, than rather carrying those around on the battlefield, because no organ guns don't really have the range, do they, usually? But the Ottoman one here does. I think I'll go ahead and build some stuff, and then we'll end turn and draw into battle with the Ottomans. It's going to be a rather small one here to capture Sophia, but that's how it's going to be right now. Hugo Dolka has been presented with the opportunity to intercept the Turkish force, or the Ottoman force, and I think that it's better to probably attack right now on our own terms than have the Ottomans scurry away and find their hiding somewhere. So, without further ado, let's destroy the pitiful little force. I mean, they are set as a terrifying force. But where are all the Ottoman forces? Clearly, they must be all in Asia. But they have no enemies, or they have no war on the Asian side of the Ottoman Empire. That's rather strange. With that said, however, let's go ahead and draw into battle. The Ottoman force lie beyond us through that town on top of the hill, and decided to go ahead and, go over the defenses, since it's going to be quite hectic, since the volley gun is going to fire from down the hill upon us. We've got our guns arrayed right here. And then in front, we have been able to set up a defensive line, kind of as we were kind of sieging the town. So at the front line, we've got the line infantry regiments, followed by 3 units of pikemen, numbering 1,500 pikemen. And then on the right, we have the newly recruited grenadiers, which we got right here. And there we have those. So the Polish grenadiers, followed by another 3 units of pikemen ready to charge on the hill. And then we have all the cavalry, which is 2 provincial cavalry units and 2 lancer units on the furthest right. And with that said, let's go ahead and start the battle. So I'm gonna start off by having the infantry. I think we're gonna go this way. Start marching there with the pikemen in tow, and then the grenadiers is gonna try to assault through the town somehow. I don't think there's really room for everyone. And then the pikemen gonna follow them. And we're gonna have the cavalry I think I saw the cannons over on their right side. Yeah, there it is. Pretty darn good spot. I don't know what happened here. They're about to fire, I believe. Hopefully the town is in the way and we'll catch a few of the bullets. Oh, you know what? Now I know what these guys died of. Our artillery. So, I think I can safely put the cavalry down below here. They wouldn't be within the range of the enemy cannon. But the line infantry has definitely come within range of this. However, it could be that my artillery could very well... Are they just so that they reach, or... No, they should have plenty to reach. I don't know why all the guns weren't firing. Maybe it's this obstacle, or maybe it is the town hall that lies in the way. As I target more cannons towards that, it seems that they activated some of their cavalry coming down the hill. Which we of course don't like. I'm going to tell my men to hold, and I think we're going to figure out now if this has worked. Yes, it definitely did work. Now the entire unit, or at least 4 ranks of infantry, are firing. I'm ordering the pikemen to help out. And I don't think the Ottoman cavalry has got much to put up against us. To make it fair, I wonder if, since they don't really have troops in the European part, it would be kind of too easy for me to just march in and take all of that. So what I could do, just to play it fair, would be to pull back and just let a few turns run, in which we let the Ottomans arm up to actually be able to meet us fair and square. We got quite a few Ottomans moving down, so I want to continue our advance, of course. Get the pikemen at the ready, get the musketmen at the ready. At the same time, we've got the grenadiers moving forward. We've got, what's this? I thought that was armed populace, but they're armed with muskets. See if we can get 1 grenadier to march against them. And then maybe the cavalry is not going to march straight into that. And then the 3 other grenadiers are going to try to continue. We've got 1 of those armored guys coming in. It's going to be too hard, I think, to bring the pikemen through here. And the bloody cavalry is holding out surprisingly well against all of this. We've got a charge coming down the hill. This regiment decides they're going to shoot at the cavalry instead, and this one decides that they're not wanting to shoot at all. Now they change target. Just seconds before the Basi Baruch strike, they decide to open fire. I think the Basi Baruch might be broken just by that. So I'm gonna hold off sending in the pikemen. And I think that was the right choice, because that's exactly what happened. This pikeman unit is gonna fall back, as this one might actually be team killing them. We're producing a lot more fire right now. Interestingly enough, this unit is only firing first rank. Let's see. Ooh, the grenadiers. Oh, I didn't know it was a Basi Baruch that turned up down here. I wonder who has the superior skill, the Grenadiers or the Bazibaruk? Right now it looks like it's the Grenadiers, because the Bazibaruk are wavering. And it would be a bit embarrassing if the elite of the Polish army, the Grenadiers, were defeated by what is basically just a bunch of thieves. Well, you know what? I don't know why you say grenade in Polish, but here comes the grenades. Whenever you're ready. Ah, they move. Throw grenades! Here we go. Oh, and they fire directly afterwards to truly shock the Ottomans. The commander somehow survives. You know what? While they're still shaken, forwards into the charge. Bayonets at the ready, gentlemen. Oh, the artillery is firing this way. And one of our pike units is coming under attack. Artillery, refocus all your efforts on that unit. And these Grenadiers are doing just fine. However, they're a bit outnumbered by this unit. And then the pikemen down here are striking straight into this one. I think with the aid of the artillery, they'll probably carry the day. Let's draw out the lines a little bit and draw that one further there. And at the same time, I'm kind of surprised that this entire area has not been crushed yet. What happened? Oh, I guess we destroyed the cannon. It's gone now anyways. How have we not sent away that one armed populist unit? At the same time over here, the Grenadiers won that fight. Okay, artillery will hold fire now, as I think we're shooting our own. But we'll have the Grenadiers come up from behind. The enemy is shaken. Granati, he said, so. Polish Grenadiers. Give them a grenade. Charge! For Christ and the Holy Mother! A few Ottomans decide to stand, while most of them run away. And the town is soon to be liberated. We have a few units still left in town. Let's see if we can have the Grenadiers try to climb. You know what? Make your way there and bayonet them. Don't really got a chance to use the cavalry. Tell the artillery to fire at will. And neither really the pikemen. Lost 200 out of this unit. Oh, we got them coming up. Oh, they're charging us. Hold and prepare to fire. Pike line, hold. Let's see if we have time to fire before they reach us. No. Then it's a counter charge. And we've got one extra. Polish grenadier unit coming in from behind, while the pikemen form pike line behind. Chase them down, or they're being blocked off by the second unit of grenadiers. It's going to be quite the slaughter. At the same time, these grenadiers have made it up the hill, are now assaulting these guys, whatever they are, some form of armed populace type unit. I have more grenadiers on the way, so I think we can throw grenades from the back onto this one, and we'll break them down. And as far as I can see, oh, there goes enemy general. He was part of this group right here. So soon the Ottomans will give way. Hurry, grenadiers. Climb that hill. They're already kind of wavering. Hurry, I want to see grenades once more. Give a good shot on these guys. But I think they might be running before we actually get a chance for a proper throw. So I think I'll just order them to throw here. Okay, then they're gonna have to put themselves in position first. What if I tell them to fire at will? Will they fire at will the grenades? Okay, they're retreating straight through us. And we were victorious, which wasn't really a surprise, but it's good to know that I actually got the his sub mod to actually work this time around. I think probably what I did was I installed it in the wrong order, or I did it some way I did it wrong, that it was overwritten, or it was never actually properly activated properly. But yeah, there we have it. Victory. And we saw grenades and all kinds of nice stuff. Right, back to the campaign map, shall we? We're looking at the results of that battle, and we can see that most of the Ottoman force was defeated, but look at the men remaining. What more proof do we need that the Ottomans are pure evil, and the god of Poland and all of Christendom? Poland is the chosen one of all Christendom to stamp out this evil. 666 men somehow managed to survive out of that force. Is that not the work of the devil? Let's see. Highest killers goes to the Grenadiers with 550 kills and 322. Then some line infantry did pretty well. Highest losses were endured by one of the pikemen unit. Still managed to get another chevron, only killing 71 men. And there we have it. I think I was about to say the entire Ottoman unit would have been annihilated. It looks like the Ottoman unit there went into our college to try and steal some stuff. Interesting. But yeah, let's let the end turn go through. We have an offer from the Mughal Empire, which is in fact one of the leading scientific empires of the world right now, or at least in this universe. And they want division of labor, and they're gonna give us seasoning and a single payment of 1,000. And I'm not entirely sure if that's a good deal, because I think I'm already searching seasoning. But the thing is, they're so far away that they're not really a threat, so it doesn't matter that we give them some technology, and we get some. So even if I save just one turn, I think that's enough. And 1,000 gold, why not? Keep these guys as a friend, because right now a lot of knowledge of the world, a lot of new technology is being thought up by these guys. So yes, we'll accept. Back after the end turn and winter has arrived, I do think we still have the capacity within us to take Sophia. We have built a great parliament in Warsaw, and we're building up some government chambers and whatnot. I'm definitely, with the increase of money, I'm definitely going to have to really increase the army all over the place, because so are the AI. One important geopolitical change that we might want to go over is the fact that France has moved in and taken Madrid, and with that basically the entirety of Spain. So that's a big change. There might be changes in the new world. I don't really give a damn about those. This guy might have to find his end there, since he possibly might be stealing technology from us, which is certainly nothing I want to aid the Ottoman in. I'm gonna demand surrender, and I guess they saw how effectively basically this was the town we were fighting over, so there's no surprise that they surrendered to us. The enemy force still lingers here, but I think, as I said, I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic to take Constantinople, and there's no Ottoman army there to fight us. Do they have troops? I guess the last... They do have a force in Athens. So I guess we could march on Athens and go ahead and fight the Ottomans there. They're not recruiting anything here. I mean, it's really underdeveloped, their European parts. I guess we have to expect that there's mighty hordes of Ottoman troops in the rest of their realm. They're not really... They're war with Morocco, which is all the way over here. Pirates, Dagestan, which is... I don't know where. Georgia, Russia. Oh, it's up there. They can't send a force there unless they have... You know, they can pass through Georgia. Then they're at war with Russia, which they don't really share a border with either. And then, I mean, Kurland. It could be the Mustafa II. He's kind of a dimwit. He's got only 2 stars. He's a sportsman, which gives him minus management, and he's eccentric, which gives him minus prestige. So he only gets minus. So maybe that's why the Ottoman are losing so bad, because of their stupid Sultan. Definitely gonna get more pikemen out of this. We had 8. I also noted that with the change, there's been a lot of increases in the amount of troops I can have. So, for instance, these pikemen got from 6 to 8. The grenadiers went from, I think, 8 to 15. And similarly for a lot of these units. So pretty great stuff. But as I said, we're gonna give the Ottoman a chance to actually get their shit together, so they would actually have a force to fight us. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!